to that, obviously. The squat has to be good technique. So that's the first thing to think about when we're looking at a squat. Now, the easiest way to get into a squat is not to think of it as an exercise. Now, I use the Qigong style squat, and what I like about that is it gives an intention behind the squat. So it's like thinking I'm a tiger. So if you take your feet about shoulder width apart, very subtle turnout, slight turnout on the toes, and imagine you've got tiger claws and you're just clawing down, and you're just taking yourself down as far as you can comfortably and then coming back up to standing. Now, if you can get to here, we're doing a squat. That's fine, you're squatting down a little bit. So the idea is that it shouldn't be painful. We don't want to be forcing our body to do something that we can't do. But the squat is a very, very basic functional exercise. If you think about it, every time you go to sit down, you're doing a squat. Every time you go to maybe reach down underneath a table or something to pick something up, you're doing a squat. So the more functional we can be, the more mobile we can be, the more we can get these squats working really well for us, the more we can strengthen our body and mobilize our joints. So let's go over that again. You've got your feet slightly turned out. You're gliding your hips back and your knees are just gliding over the toes. So just watch that we're not dropping the knees in or dropping the knees out too much. So let's just have a little play with that. Tiger claws, down, then come back up. Now, if you can get a little bit deeper, that's great. So go to a point where you're pretty comfortable and that you know you can recover from that point. So it's no good getting all the way down here and then having to throw yourself back up. So it really is guided by you taking yourself, challenging yourself, but not forcing yourself. One of the easiest ways to monitor the effort level of the squat is with the breath. So one of the first things I'll be looking at in the squat challenge is, are you breathing easy in and out through the nose? And not holding the breath. Because what can often happen, we get to that point, this is really hard work, and you hold the breath to try and get a little bit further or to try and push through a little bit more. No holding of the breath. So the breath needs to be smooth and easy. And you don't necessarily need to breathe with the movement. So as long as the breath is smooth and rhythmical and in and out through the nose, you can, if you're going down, you can maybe take 2 breaths. You could maybe breathe in and then out and then in and then out. But I don't want you to overthink how you're breathing. Just let the breath be natural. The other thing I'm looking for in terms of the challenge is how slow can you do that squat? Because the great thing about slowing a movement down is that your body gets time to be aware of what's going on. And actually, by slowing a movement down, you're spending a lot of time under tension, which is a great strengthener. So it's easy to do that. Oh, I'm just going to squat down and stand back up. That's fine. But actually, if you do it really slowly, you'll suddenly start to feel, wow, I really need to use these muscles, particularly when you're coming back up to standing from that squat position. So we're looking for slow movement, easy, soft, rhythmical breathing, slow, rhythmical movement, slow, rhythmical breathing. By slow, what I don't mean is there and then there. So it's taken me 30 seconds to do a squat because that's quick. So it's quick down, quick up. So it is very smooth. It's very continuous. It's a flowing movement. So I'm looking for slow. I'm looking for easy breathing, looking for good technique. And the other thing to make it a little bit of fun, if it's not already fun, is a bit of creativity. So how can you make it fun? Maybe do it in an interesting place, up a mountain or somewhere in the garden or on a paddleboard. I don't know. Just come up with something that is quite creative and quite fun. And what I'd like you to do is you can register. There's a link below where you can register to take part in this challenge, or you can go to adventures.training/1. That's the number 1 squat challenge. On there, you just fill in name and email, and you'll just get a little certificate to say, I'm joining the challenge, and it'll give you all of the rules on the challenge. And I'd like you to post a picture or a video every day, and you hashtag that 1, as in number 1 squat challenge. Then we can see you doing the challenge. And after the 10 days, myself and some of my colleagues are going to pick a winner. And as I say, that winner is to do with how slow can you do that squat? So maybe the slowest squat, slow control. We've got to see easy breathing. We've got to see smooth movement. We've got to see good technique. But also, as I say, we want a little bit of creativity. So it wants to be something that goes, that's really, really fun as well. And as I say, this is open to everybody. Quite often with exercise, we think, oh, I can't do a squat. It's really challenging to do. And the challenge is doing 50 squats or 100 press-ups, which is all great if that's the type of challenge that you want to take part in. But I wanted to make this challenge something that everybody can do. So everybody can do 1 squat, but can you do it slowly? Can you breathe easy? And can you make it fun? So I invite you to join me, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all these fantastic squats.